Welcome to JMO, Josh and Joe. It is Tuesday, September 30th, and Joe?
What?
Oh, this, as far as college football goes, it doesn't get much better than this.
Ooh, no.
The slate of college games, it lived up to the entire hype. Every bit of hype I put on this weekend, it lived up to. Overtime games, we had one little hiccup, but as far as, everything goes, overtime games, close games, down to the wire games, excellent fucking weekend.
If we're talking unbiasedly, yes, it was an excellent weekend.
Correct, but we're not unbiased. All right. How was your weekend though? How was your weekend?
We'll start off on a bright note.
Yeah, the bright note. Yeah, let's go to
brighter note.
Brighter note.
So I actually adventured off to the farthest west that I've ever been.
Ooh, where's that?
Went to Oregon.
Oregon?
Yeah.
We're at in Oregon.
So flew into Portland and actually jumped around from Oregon to Washington.
Nice.
Yeah, so we were right on the border where the Columbia River was, and that area, I will say, is absolutely gorgeous. If you have a chance to go out there, it was absolutely beautiful. We went for a friend's wedding, and their wedding was like on a ceremony that was on like the mountainside, maybe not the mountainside, but off the cliff, like overlooking into the river with
nice.
The scenic background. It was really, really nice. Great ceremony, and then we end up going hiking a little bit. Had a little bit of the local cuisine. It was awesome.
Cool. You didn't get jumped by any homeless people?
No, we stayed away from Portland.
Okay, all right.
We flew into Portland, but then we, made ourselves kind of drove about an hour and a half, 2 hours inland to Oregon. So it was, we actually went across like one of the only bridges that goes across the Columbia River, and it's called the Bridge of the Gods.
Ooh. Did you get struck by lightning or
No.
anything?
And actually, I read into the history of it. There was really nothing. There was no history behind it, or why it was called the Bridge of the Gods.
They just called it the Bridge of the Gods?
Yeah, it was just, the only thing I read was that in 1937 it was raised 44 feet high because of the river, which it was actually already pretty high, a high bridge up, but yeah, they did it because of the rising waters.
I'm gonna start doing that for everything. This is my beer of the gods.
Beer of the Gods, and you raise it up.
Yeah. Good. It was a Thursday wedding, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
How was that? I've never actually heard of a Thursday wedding.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I guess it was fine. I mean, if you got time to take off, from work, and go there during the week, it was fine. But yeah, it was very, very windy.
Oh, okay.
Very, very windy. So, anything that I put up in my hair, it was.
It was gone?
It was all gone.
Oh, nice.
It was just blowing in the wind.
Nice. But you should go to Chicago in February.
Yeah. That's
the Windy City, brother.
That's true.
Nice. So my weekend, my girlfriend and I, we had our 1 year anniversary.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. We went out to a really nice restaurant. I have figured out that I'm not made for fine dining.
No fine dining?
Well, I like it, don't get me wrong. The food's delicious. The wine was amazing. Our server, Garrett, was incredible.
Well, okay. First name basis?
Oh, yeah. It was fun. But I just, there's a certain type of etiquette that fine dining requires that I possess, but I don't like possessing, if that makes sense. So they brought out bread. And olive oil, and also some butter and Parmesan cheese and blah blah blah. I may or may not have eaten the entire thing of bread before the waiter came back. Mm-hmm. It was good, man. It was really good bread, fresh, warm, incredible. Yeah. And I guess the server was he was a little surprised at that, so he brought more. But by that time we got our appetizers. I finished all the appetizers. Okay. And I guess that surprised him as well, including most of the bread that he brought for a second time.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we got our entrees. Before that, He poured me, like, you know how they pour a little bit of wine in the wine glass to let you try it? I didn't know what to do with it, so I grabbed the bottom and, like, I spun it around like I've seen on videos.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what you're supposed to do.
Oh, that's what you're supposed to do?
Yeah,
okay, all right. I felt like an idiot for doing it because I don't know. Anyways, so I spun it around, and then I tried it. I don't even think it got halfway down my throat, and I was like, yeah, this is good. Because I don't know what good wine is.
Yeah.
Know, I'm sorry. But yeah, it was nice. I don't really go out to eat very much, you know, because I meal prep a lot. I've just realized I'm not a fine dining guy. I will go, and I like dressing up and stuff, but I'm just, you know, maybe not. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not my thing. But
yeah, it's something you get comfortable with.
Yeah,
I will give you some advice. Once you do take the sip of the wine, give it a pause. And then you act like you know what you're talking about. Because I don't know wine either, but I do know if I just give a pause and I'll give a face and then give a little nod of approval. A little nod?
Okay.
Then, you know, it makes me look like I know what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
Regardless, I would have accepted the wine regardless of how it tasted.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it barely even went past that little dangly thing in the back of my throat, and I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
But anyways, all right, let's rip off the Band-Aid here. College football recap, LSU versus Ole Miss. I just kind of wish I could live in a world where the first 5 or 6 minutes of that game existed, and that was it. And then we could just like go into an alternate universe where the rest of the game just didn't happen.
Even the first 5 minutes too. Like, I mean, yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
We had the first drive, but we had a chance to go 14-3 if Nussmeier doesn't throw that interception.
Yep. It was. I hate Lane Kiffin. I just want to say that I hate Lane Kiffin.
Oh, he's the worst.
I want to start off with that, but we have to start with positives. When we talk about LSU and the Saints, we have to start with positives. We need to be positive first, okay? We can still make the playoffs.
A lot of football left.
Here's the thing. We can also still make the playoffs and lose one more game. Mm-hmm. I think if we go 6-1 from here on out, I still think we can make the playoffs.
Oh, most definitely.
If we go 6-1, that means we figured something out. Because we can't go 6-1 with our slate of games left without figuring something out on offense.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. There's definitely got to be some fixes. Brian Kelly has got to be accountable at this point.
Hold on.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. We're staying on the positives, okay? I need your first positive. Give me something.
No, I agree with you. It's still early. There's a lot of football left. We can't say it's the end of the world yet. I was high on this team before. Like, Brian Kelly's teams has made improvements throughout the year, like, regardless of what we really think of him as a coach and stuff, but they have improved throughout seasons each year.
Yes.
So what's not to say that we can't do it again?
Exactly. Hey, listen, for as poorly as LSU played, it was a one-score game against a now fourth-ranked Ole Miss defense or Ole Miss team on the road.
Yep.
Okay? It was a one-score game. And we outscored them in the second half. Mm-hmm. People don't realize that. We outscored them in the second half. If you erase that atrocious second quarter, the game's in. I mean, obviously, if you we learn how to run the ball. You know, Garrett Nussmeier learns how to throw the ball. But we win this game. You know what? No credit to Ole Miss. No credit whatsoever. We played like ass, and you allowed us to have 19 points, and we were within one score of you. Fuck all the way off.
Yep.
No credit to you. No credit to Ole Miss. Wow, the positives.
They got heated there.
They ended pretty quick. Do you have another positive? I need something. Come on.
Defense is still championship caliber.
Yes. Okay. All right. Cool.
The game actually wasn't a complete accurate reflection of that because obviously the offense was affected the defense in the fact that they were on the field for 49 plays in the first half.
Like that was 50.
Yeah, well,
like 50.
I think they rounded up to 50.
Oh, okay. 49 plays in the first. Yeah,
First half.
exactly.
So, the defense was already kind of gassed. Like, you can't do that to your defense. That's why we emphasize you run the damn ball and such. But, the defense, I'm still high on them. Their championship caliber. We just have to get the offense to come around.
I agree. All right, negatives. I think this is unfortunately what all of the fans are looking for. But okay, I'll admit it. We're in trouble. We're in big trouble offensively. We had a whole 24 plays on offense in the first half. Mm-hmm. Of those 24 plays, Juwan Johnson and Caleb Jackson each got one carry.
Yeah.
Each got one carry. What's his face didn't even get a run.
Harlem Berry.
They didn't even get a run in the first half. Clean that. We got to clean that up.
We were giving handoffs to wide receivers.
Yes.
No, give it to an actual running back and quit with the fanciness.
I agree. Nussmeier looks like he's regressed. Even though
he looks off.
Yes,
he looks off, and I don't think they don't want to tell us.
Even though Kelly said he was healthy.
Yeah, I don't think they want to tell us. I think he's off.
What? Yeah, but what about him could be off?
There was actually, funny you should say that, there was actually a fan that posted up a video of a side-by-side of 2024 Nussmeier against South Carolina and 2025 against Ole Miss. And if you look at the throwing mechanics, he is having to throw so much more into it this year than he did last year. He was flinging things with his wrist. You don't just lose that. You don't lose that type of mechanics. Something is off.
At his age, you don't.
No.
If you're like Drew Brees going from prime Drew Brees to 2020 Drew Brees, then yes.
Or Peyton Manning won his last season.
Correct.
With the Broncos.
When you're a 22-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You regenerate. You don't get injured like that and just stay injured like that and just lose things. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get to the big part of my negativity. Well, at one point we had about 38 yards on 15 plays, and in the first half, mostly second quarter, which that horrendous second quarter. We had 38 yards on 15 plays. My biggest thing, and this might be just because I'm still upset over the game. I could change, blah, blah, blah. I'm out on Brian Kelly.
You're out.
I'm done.
Completely out.
A small part of me really wants us to lose out, fire Brian Kelly, and hire Kirk Cignetti. Again, I'm probably overreacting, and if we go through the bye week and Brian Kelly beats South Carolina and he beats some people that teams that we're not supposed to beat, I'll probably be right back on. But he is such a fucking asshole. Did you see? I don't like watching his post-game pressers anymore. I can't do it. Okay. As an LSU fan, even on games that we win, I can't do it.
Yeah.
He is such a fucking asshole. He never takes accountability, and he sits there for 10 minutes and blames his entire fucking team.
I mean, yeah, because that's goes back to that point. If he took accountability on the Florida game for his offense instead of just bitching at the reporter who asked the question, then we wouldn't be in this situation right now. There's a very good possibility we would not be, or our offense could be improved. Yeah, it's an accountability thing. Yeah, I agree.
So, dude, all right. So I'm gonna go through. I went through that press conference and I was heated. He complained about penalties on defense. Okay, some penalties that we had on defense. Mind you, our defense played 49 plays in the first half.
Yeah, 84 total.
84 total. Okay, he says that the penalties were from his best players, and one of the drives where they had 4 penalties on one drive, he said that what was his quote? The play calling was so different than what they have shown all year in reference to Ole Miss. So apparently Lane Kiffin changed it up. That's your job to figure that out. You mean to tell me you let Lane Kiffin outcoach you? That's basically what you just admitted to me right there, is Lane Kiffin outcoached you.
So you're telling me that since Lane Kiffin game planned against your offense or game planned against your defense or your team in general, that it threw you off and you didn't know how to counter it.
Exactly. And now you're blaming the defense for those penalties that they had against on that drive. Because it's something you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. And all right, let's see. Like we said, the defense was on the field. I got a whole thing.
You got
a whole slew of things.
Huh?
Yeah. I do not like how he constantly blames his team in public. It's like he says this we shit, but then he points out individuals or individual team like defensive or special teams or offensive players. Like it infuriates me.
What's another quote?
Hang on. I got one coming up. He didn't know he was going to start a true freshman tackle until 20 minutes before kickoff. He said that. That's what he said in the presser. He did not know he was going to start a true freshman tackle until 20 minutes prior to kickoff. That's another Brian Kelly thing. What are you doing?
I mean, look, as a coach, you have to be prepared that anybody is going to be ready to go into the game because, like, what if somebody gets hurt? Like, all of your players have to be ready.
Right, but I'm saying prior to kickoff.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to have that starting lineup set.
Yeah.
Like, well before 20 minutes prior to kickoff. That's another Brian Kelly thing.
Or you got to be like aware. You got to be aware of like if somebody's going to have if somebody's dealing with an injury and they want to make a last minute change. That shouldn't. Why would that be an excuse?
Exactly. And he was like, yeah, man. He was talking about the tackle, the true freshman tackle. He's like, it was great. He wasn't afraid. He wasn't perfect, but he wasn't afraid. Fuck off. Why did you have to slide that he wasn't perfect in there? You didn't have to say that. You didn't have to fucking say that. Just say he wasn't afraid and he played his ass off. Just say that.
Save it for the film room.
Yes.
Save it for the film room where you can critique him and be like, hey, look, you know what? Great. Hey, good effort out there, but like, let's do this. But all you need to say is like, hey, look, we threw him out there in the fire. He handled himself well. You know, he did great. And that's all you got to say.
Yep. And lastly, not lastly. The timeout at the end of the first half. Did you have this?
Yeah, I had this.
He helped out Lane Kiffin.
Yep.
There was no reason to call that stupid timeout.
Nope.
You forced Lane Kiffin to call that fucking timeout. Now, guess what? They're scoring a touchdown before half because you gave them time, and you helped Lane Kiffin out because you allowed him to keep his fucking timeout.
Yep.
Brian Kelly is the 100 sole reason for this fucking loss.
Well, and because the thing is if people don't realize too, is like that changes your play calling. So
correct.
You go from being able to just have to throw to the sidelines to try to go out of bounds where the defense can kind of predict where you're going to where everything's in play because you can get yourself a seam up the middle and get yourself a good 20, 30, 40 yards and be able to take a timeout.
Mm-hmm. But it's okay. They're our best players on defense. They got penalized. That was the reason
that was the problem.
They fucked up. Yeah, it wasn't Brian Kelly. It was not Brian Kelly not calling a fucking timeout. Nothing. Oh, also we've known. Okay, going into this, maybe we need to improve our running game. It started off running game wasn't the best. It like all of these problems that we had at the beginning of the year, they have gotten worse. That is a coaching thing.
Well, I mean, the run game wasn't great last year either.
That's what I'm saying. Like all these problems that we've had have gotten progressively worse.
And I need somebody to tell Joe Sloan that screens do not substitute running.
No.
It does not substitute running.
No.
All it is, honestly, it's the weaker thing to do. It's saying that my team is not physical enough.
Exactly. And honestly, the screens take longer to develop. I'd rather you just give it to Juwan Johnson. Juwan Johnson is an athletic freak.
Yeah, we were talking about that last week.
Yeah, just give it to him. But yeah, okay. That's my Brian Kelly rant. And for those reasons, I'm out.
Okay, so you're out the rest of the season?
Well, yeah.
Is this gonna be a theme?
No, yeah. I'm done. I
You
can't.
don't seem certain there.
I can't stand Brian Kelly. Here's the thing. I'm torn.
That's fine.
I can't stand Brian Kelly, but I want LSU to win. You see where my issue is right here.
Where the conflict is?
Yes. I can't. I don't know what to do. I'm being tugged both sides. I want Brian Kelly gone. But, dude, how awesome would it be to have Kirk Cignetti as your head coach?
I just don't think that's going to be – I don't think
Should
he's
we wait a year?
I don't think he's leaving Indiana this year.
Not this year. Okay, maybe next year. Because he's definitely going to be leaving Indiana.
Yeah, but he did sign himself a pretty hefty buyout and such. Not that it can't be overridden, but he did sign himself like a long-term contract with a hefty buyout. And that was purposely to defend Indiana.
Right,
Indiana did that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we want to make sure we get something out of it afterwards as well.
Yep.
But,
Because Indiana knew what they got.
Yeah. They know exactly what they got.
Speaking of other teams besides LSU, let's go into this college football slate because it was fucking awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go with Oregon versus Penn State. Oh my gosh, double OT. Great fucking game. Dante Moore was on fire. There was everything in this game. Everything. And my favorite part, the cherry on top, James Franklin still can't win the big one.
He still can't win the big one.
I love it. I love the storyline. This is great. I don't know if he'd be better off sending Keegan-Michael Key down there in place of him. I mean, they wouldn't notice the difference, but
he might. I honestly, you know what was funny is they recently just came out with a video of all the Big Ten coaches on how they like their coffee, and like James Franklin's answer was probably like it epitomized his coaching career. Like he was like, well, I'm trying to drink it black, but, it's really tough. And, like, it's like he wants to be great, but he's not, he can't win the big ones. And, like, that was the thing. He knows that, like, successful people drink black coffee. And he's like, man, it's really hard. Sometimes I got to just put, like, a little bit of creamer every now and then. Like, he had this elaborate answer, and Kirk Cignett's like, black.
But while Dan
everybody else was like short and Dan Lanning was black. Drinks his coffee black.
No, Dan Lanning substitutes sugar for cocaine.
Yeah, probably, maybe. Yeah.
Did you see him after the game?
Yeah.
Oh, it was beautiful.
But yeah, it was. Everybody had these short answers, and then James Franklin had this long, elaborate answer about how he wants to do it like successful people do it, but he's like he has trouble.
Yeah, well, okay, so you can tell how good a coach is going to be by their coffee order.
Yeah, by their coffee order.
Probably Franklin really wanted to say that he goes to Starbucks and gets a mocha latte frappe with coconut milk and almond piss.
That's probably exactly what it is.
Okay.
He was trying to hide that fact.
Yep. Great back and forth defensive game. That overturned fumble in the third quarter. I don't know if you saw that. It was that. I mean, that was a momentum shift towards Penn State, and then it got overturned. I mean, it was the right call, but
yeah.
Oh, dude, you just like that. You thought because like that place is fucking rocking, dude. I got to do a whiteout game in Penn State.
Oh, that's definitely a bucket list. But my question is here: why doesn't Penn State actually wear whiteout during that time? Why does the opposing team wear whiteout? Don't you think it would be a little bit of an advantage, especially on defense, if they were all white?
But counterpoint, maybe it's more of an advantage because
you lose your players in the midst of the crowd on offense.
So like if like so like Penn State's blue, right? Yeah. So like if they're trying to throw their receivers.
It seems like it's an advantage on one side and maybe a disadvantage on the other.
Actually, and you know what? I think you're right. I would rather have my defensive players blending in
and they can make interceptions.
You're right. Yep. Okay. Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, Penn State, figure it the fuck out.
And plus, I mean, as far as like being into like the whole atmosphere, the whole environment, like you become like with the fans, like where you're doing the whiteout as well. Remember when Georgia did the blackout?
Yeah.
The blackout night? Like they wore black jerseys, like all black jerseys. Like let your team feel that emotion and get and be a part of it too. Like I don't know. I know it's their home jerseys and it's a home game, but like no, go, like teams do it. LSU does it all the time. We wear white jerseys at home.
All the time.
Like, just go with it.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it every time.
Dude, so, I mean, obviously, but Penn State fans are Eagles fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, in and out. They were booing them.
Yeah.
They were booing Penn State. They were yelling, "Fire Franklin." After the Ducks took a 14-point lead. They were saying "Fire Franklin," which classic Philly. I love it. It's my favorite. But no, yeah, it's huge road win for the Ducks.
Yeah,
massive.
Also, sign of a Philly fan: when your quarterback doesn't win the big game, you out him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Aller.
Yeah, Drew Aller. He's a freak.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
He's a freak. Yep. The girl with the release text messages. We don't have to go into him, but he's a certified freak.
Oh, okay. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like Carson Beck where he just wants to see titties.
No, he wants to see ass cheek spread.
Oh, he likes a little balloon knot action. Huh?
Yeah. So and like the chick was like, "How the fuck would I even do that?" And he's like, "Use the camera timer." Like, duh.
Sounds like he's done it himself.
Yeah, he's got some personal experience with it.
Interesting.
But,
okay.
But
use the camera timer. They have magnets that you post. You can stick up. Whatever.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was interesting interaction, but got outed because he lost the game.
Yeah. Well. Okay, Drew Aller.
Look, winning does cure everything.
It does cure everything.
And it helps your reputation.
Yes, 100%. No, so like you lose that game, Drew Aller is a freak. You win that game, he's a stud.
She probably does take that picture for him.
Correct. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, yeah, of course. Any girl would send Drew Aller that picture.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Winning cures everything. Alabama, Georgia. Awesome game.
Another awesome game.
Yeah. I was hoping Alabama would lose this game. Did you know, Joe, this is Georgia's first home loss in 6 years?
Wow.
They were on a 33-game home win streak.
Ooh-wee.
Before this game.
Okay.
How crazy is that?
That's pretty crazy.
6 years they have not lost at home.
That's some like Nick Saban stats.
You want to know what another thing that's crazy?
What's crazy?
After hearing that stat, Georgia is 1-7 against Alabama under Kirby Smart.
They're 1-9 in the last 10 games.
Correct. Well, really? Oh, I just knew under Kirby Smart.
Yeah.
They're 1-7 under Kirby Smart. That is insane.
That is wild.
And I had to look it up because it was like so he was hired in 2016. They didn't play Alabama that year. They played Alabama in 2017, but they lost to them. It wasn't at home. It was in the SEC championship game.
Mm-hmm.
And they honestly they don't play Alabama very often.
No.
So that's what I noticed. I didn't realize that for some reason. Georgia always plays Auburn.
Yeah. The other Alabama team.
Thank you, dude. Not UAB. Not South Alabama.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, no, and most of the Alabama Georgia games have been SEC championships or national championships.
Yeah.
That's so I was blown away. I saw that stat and I was like, "There's no way Georgia's 1-7 and against Alabama, and they haven't lost at home in 6 years."
So, like when Kirby Smart is just playing Alabama, does he now just see the ghost of Nick Saban on the sideline?
I think that's what's happening.
Yeah.
It's like he just looks over. It doesn't matter if it's Kalen DeBoer or anybody else. It's just he always sees Nick Saban.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking wicker hat.
Yep.
He hates it. He think he's seen like a fucking scarecrow or something.
Probably like just has nightmares of like the times in practice he got like chewed out by Nick Saban when he was the defensive coordinator.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
He's last thing I had, did Kalen DeBoer win Bama fans back? Because they were looking to raise money for his buyout.
Yes, because Alabama fans can swing that hard.
Yes,
They can swing that hard. But at the same time, I think this is a product of him just getting up for big games. Like I think this is the new Alabama now. Like Alabama with Kalen DeBoer just gets up for big games.
You don't think the FSU game was bad? I guess they weren't ranked, huh?
They were not ranked.
That's
Remember,
true.
they were like they had
true.
2 losses, or two
wins than the year before. That was not a big game. You're right. You're absolutely.
I mean,
right.
obviously, FSU is a whole different team this year, and now because we've played into the season,
we'll get into that.
Yeah, but yeah, no, they were not a big time team, and like they lost to Vanderbilt last year.
Yep.
Vanderbilt, yeah, I mean they're feisty and they're known as a feisty team now, but they weren't anything at that time either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of FSU, we want to get into that.
Yeah, we can go on.
All right, FSU Virginia OT game. I think, dude, we kind of called it, man. This was one of those games where you're overlooking a little bit.
Overlooking, it's a Friday night short week.
Yeah. Classic, man. I would have done the same thing if I had Miami the week before or the week after.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It was tough, and it was in Virginia, bro. That field storming, wild.
Yeah, that was the fastest field storm I've ever seen.
That was a stampede, dude.
Yeah,
people could have died.
They probably could have.
Yeah, I mean.
Who's not to say that somebody did?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They might have covered it up, dude.
Yeah, they just like buried it into the field.
They were part of the field. But yeah, dude, that was. You know what I heard? I heard this. I don't know if it's true. I heard it from someone who claims they worked for a college football team. So every time the field gets stormed, the college itself is fined $250,000.
Yeah.
Okay. But if the fans would wait 2 minutes after the final second ticked off, 2 minutes, the college would not get fined.
Well, you saw Mississippi State after Arizona State had a timer on.
Did they?
But the students just ignored it.
Okay, so that's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That was new information to me this weekend that I learned, and that's pretty. Yeah, no, Virginia, they might have the record for fastest storm.
Yeah, that was definitely the fastest storm.
They should they should like impose like basically if they storm within 30 seconds, it's $500,000.
Ooh, even quicker.
$1 million, and then just how fast the faster they storm, the more the money.
Because the point is to get the players off the field.
Correct.
So they don't, the
right.
mob doesn't rush them. Yeah. No, I think you got a point there.
Yeah. All right, so here's the thing. FSU, positives. You can still make the playoffs. I think when I was looking at the rest of your schedule, you kind of have to beat Miami.
You got to win.
And I think Mike Norvell can do it. Castellanos he's still a good quarterback. You got to beat Miami because the rest of your schedule, now that Clemson kind of sucks, is they don't. The only top 25 team they have as of now on the rest of the schedule is Miami.
Yeah.
So they have to beat Miami. I also think that they could lose to Miami and still make it. If they lose to Miami and win out, they could still make it.
It depends on how Alabama finishes the season too.
Correct.
That'll help that strength of schedule.
Correct. But yeah, I think that's a nice little spend zone for FSU. I think winning against Miami would be massive. Massive. You got anything else on this game? Nice OT game.
Yeah, nice OT. But Friday night's a tough game to play.
Yep. It's like a Thursday night game from an NFL team.
Exactly. I mean, you look at the Arizona State TCU game. TCU was ranked and they got upset. But I mean, that is tough losing it on that overtime bobbled ball.
Yep.
From the start of the end zone to the back of the end zone, just could not corral it.
Dude, that was the wildest bobble. That might be a record for longest bobble.
That could be the record for long. I'm kind of curious what is the record for the longest bobble. That could be it.
We may have to look it up because that thing, it literally started from the front of the end zone and then went out.
We're on to it.
All right. We'll have our people check it out. Tennessee versus Mississippi State. Go through this kind of quick because honestly, I didn't see this being a good game. Good kudos to Mississippi State playing in Starkville, playing their dicks off in Starkville. OT game. We talked about Joey Aguilar earlier. Mm-hmm. I think Mississippi State's kind of a frisky team.
I actually had my point that Mississippi State is the new Vanderbilt, like the 2024 Vanderbilt.
Oh,
last year.
Okay.
Not just Vanderbilt, but like the 2024 Vanderbilt. You remember how feisty they were and they upset some people?
Diego Pavia, baby.
I think Mississippi State's that team this year.
Okay, I like it. Jeff Lebby's a good coach. I mean, they can't say this anymore, but their coach died.
Yeah, no, they can't. But
they can't say it.
But the thing is that Jeff Lebby would have been given even more years to make sure that, or tried to revive the program. Mm-hmm. The fact that he's doing it this year, that's impressive.
I agree. Rest in peace, Mike Leach. Bothwell can run the ball. That's the only other part I had. Yeah. He's good. He's great running back.
Yeah.
Auburn A&M. Dude, honestly, I know people will say it was boring. For the most part, I love those defensive games.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was a low key, awesome game. It was a very good defensive game. Mm-hmm. Very good defensive game. Auburn continues to surprise me. I'll give Hugh Freeze that. They continue to surprise me. A&M on paper is way better than Auburn, and they were playing at A&M.
So you think A&M's good?
I think A&M is good, but they're not number 9 good.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think I think it's bullshit on that ranking.
On the ranking, correct. All right, I agree with you on that. I think we can. I mean, I love Mike Elko. He's so delusional. He's like a fan as a head coach. He's like, yeah, dude, we won 2 really good football games without playing our best ball, and I was like, hey, no, dude. Last week you played your best ball, and this week you squeaked out a win against Auburn, and
you literally mustered 1 yard in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, exactly. I know you didn't play your best ball, but play your best ball, dude. Like, what are you doing?
What are you waiting on?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, dude, very, very nice. It was something that I was kind of watching on the side.
Yeah.
No,
it was good. You have to think though, Jackson Arnold, not the real deal, huh?
No. He might be. I don't think so. No. Yeah. No, he's not. Final answer, no.
It shows like the strategy you should probably take an approach when you're going into the transfer portal, like because now I think we've seen enough data that like some quarterbacks, maybe the chances of them being able to kind of revive their career is kind of slim sometimes. So in the case of Jackson Arnold, he didn't succeed at Oklahoma. There seemed to be some issues already. DJ Ugalele. I mean, he got bounced around, did not do very well. But the quarterbacks that kind of did do really well and then actually transferred, Dante Moore, he did actually really well at UCLA. He just, obviously they had some trouble at that program and decided to transfer and move up. I mean, I hate to give him credit, but Trinidad Chambliss, he came from
Chambliss. Yeah, but
he came from a D2 school, and there's going to have to be some sort of metric, and I think that's like you have to show that you've proven success in order to be a good, successful transfer quarterback.
Yeah, and honestly, if the transfer portal continues like this, we're gonna need a significant amount of years. I'd say probably 5+ in order to have some type of data that is reliable.
Well, yeah, to say that I'm right.
Yeah, correct. Which you are a lot of times in college football. But unfortunately, the issue with this is I don't think the transfer portal is going to stay the way it is because of just how it's basically the wild west of the transfer of quarter or people transferring from team to team.
Yeah.
It's there's no laws, no nothing. People do whatever the fuck they want. Colleges, boosters, they give money to whoever the fuck they want. And basically, if they get enough people donating, they'll give anyone whatever they want. Like, that's what Bryce Underwood went to fucking Michigan and not LSU. It's just because fucking Dave Fuckface Portnoy gave him a bunch of fucking... I like Dave Portnoy, but... I'm mad at him because he took Bryce Underwood from us.
That is true.
And it was. I know for a fact it was. I'm like, I don't know for a fact, but I know. I have a pretty good idea that it was him and a couple of the boosters that gave him money.
Well, it was that rich chick too.
And the rich chick.
Yeah.
Shout out rich chick. Anyways, Auburn A&M, great game. Illinois versus USC. I don't have too much. My main thing is my first note was Indiana is really good.
Indiana.
Yeah, because they beat Illinois. Illinois beat USC.
I was about to say they didn't play this game.
I know, but that's just what I took from this game, because Indiana stomped Illinois.
Yeah,
stomped Illinois, and then Illinois beat USC pretty. It wasn't pretty good, but it was good.
It was a good game. It was still a good close game. Is Lincoln Riley getting on the hot seat?
Are we having that conversation?
I just feel like it's kind of there, It's like no one's saying it, but everybody's thinking it.
Right, USC's kind of blah.
It's just you got to kind of win these games.
Yeah, there's no usually USC has a pretty good presence in college football.
They have a high standard.
Yeah, and a lot of the media is usually talking about them. They have a big presence. It's crickets.
Yeah.
It's crickets.
And he's making excuses about traveling across the country with the Big Ten and such. It's like, no, look, you left Oklahoma because you were trying to run away from the SEC. Let's not forget that.
Yes, that's exactly what fucking happened. And now you're making excuses for why you're losing, and you sound like Brian Kelly. Boo hoo 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 hoo. Maybe go to D2.
I will say his bright spot right now, remember this name, especially if you're trying to pick up wide receivers for the next draft. Mekhi Lemon.
Mekhi Lemon, yep.
Pretty damn good. He had 11
fucking
catches,
amazing.
151 yards, his second 151-yard receiving game with 2 touchdowns. He's good.
Yeah. Yep. What year is he? Is he a sophomore? Junior. Okay, perfect. Last things I had, Luke Altmaier is incredible. He was amazing. 20 for 26, 328 yards, 2 touchdowns. And fun fact, this is the first time ever that Illinois has beaten USC in Illinois. Ever.
Okay.
They don't play each other much, and obviously when USC was in the Pac-12, it made it even more rare, but still, you're going back to 1935 here.
Yeah.
Media
was probably more than happy to jump on that stat.
Yeah.
They love first.
Yeah. Firsts are always good. All right, next one real quick. Let's get to Notre Dame versus Arkansas. I don't have too much here except...
Are we actually going to talk about the game?
No. I actually have nothing on the game.
No, but yeah, we don't have anything.
It's more of Motorcycle Bobby. I think Pittman's out.
He is out.
Yeah. Oh, he got fired. That's right.
He is out.
Yeah. And good old Bobby. I love Bobby in the neck brace
photo.
In the fucked up face.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's classic.
Yeah. So what's gonna happen? Arkansas is gonna be good again.
It's gonna be interesting. And I've got a little spin on this. Was there a coup? Was there a coup to overthrow Pittman as the head coach for Bobby Petrino?
Do explain.
Because look, Bobby Petrino is going to have to need some sort of interim or trial period, and as far as to prove to the boosters that he's willing to coach again or ready to coach again.
Ready to coach again, yeah.
And so like he's going to be like he was brought back, to be the offensive coordinator, and I mean they weren't happy with Sam Pittman. They obviously love Bobby Petrino. They have the nostalgic type of thing, just like West Virginia.
Bobby Petrino was good.
I mean, he was good. Like
good.
Obviously, they didn't want to get rid of him.
No, they had to. It was the hands were tied.
Yeah, but I don't know. Was there a coup to overthrow Pittman, like a little like Caesar Augustus type of? Was it Caesar Augustus or Julius Caesar?
Julius Caesar
Julius
overthrown. Yeah, Julius Caesar got
stabbed in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Assassinated.
It just kind of reeks of it. I have no evidence to back my claim up. Obviously, it's fully conspiracy theory, but Bobby Petrino immediately fired 3 of the defensive assistants upon becoming the head coach. Like this seemed a little too planned.
I like it. The more I think about it, the more I agree.
It kind of sticks.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about this. Oh, that's spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I again, I don't really actually want to talk about the game. That was it. That's all I wanted. Beautiful. I will say this, CJ Carr played a near perfect game.
Yeah.
He's going
to be a good QB for the future.
Mm-hmm. So if this was like in BC times, Bobby Petrino would have just stabbed Sam Pittman in the back 9 times.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Hey, well, nice little ending to our college football recap. Do you want to go?
And how timely is it that Arkansas has a bye this week? So he's got 2 weeks to prepare. All the evidence is showing.
I'm sold. I'm done. That's the yes. Bobby Petrino assassinated Sam Pittman.
Yes.
All right, cool. Our college football picks from last week. Let's see. How did we do? We'll start with our the game of the week. I had Alabama versus Georgia, and I had Georgia -3. Oh.
That one didn't sit so hot.
No. What was your favorite or game of the week? I'm sorry.
My game of the week, which was also what we considered a JMO special, Oregon +3.5 versus Penn State, which was your favorite, right?
That was my underdog of the week.
Oh, underdog. Yeah,
yes.
+3.5. What am I thinking?
Yeah. So our JMO special won, right?
Yeah.
So
JMO special won.
JMO special is when Joe and I make these picks when we're taking our notes separately, and then we discuss them on the pod, and we both happen to pick Oregon +3.5, and it hit.
So JMO special 1-0.
1-0. My favorite of the week was Auburn versus Texas A&M. I had A&M -6.5. Yeah.
You were just off.
Just off by half a point. Oh well. I still stand by my pick. It was at A&M. I didn't realize it would be a defensive game.
I mean, you have to stand by your pick if you're half a point off.
Half a point.
Yeah.
What was your favorite of the week?
So my favorite of the week was -7.5 for Indiana over Iowa.
Oh.
And because I was not buying the bullshit that Kurt Sainetti was talking about as far as going to Iowa being a tough game. I thought that was bullshit, but apparently he's right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was difference was -5 or -5.
Yeah, it was
20,
15-10 or something. Oh,
no, 20
20
to 15.
Okay, yeah. Kirk Ferentz, he knows how to play defense.
And Iowa's a tough place to play.
Correct. Underdog of the week, obviously we talked about earlier, Oregon versus Penn State. My Oregon +3.5.
So we got that one.
We got that one, baby.
And then mine underdog of the week was Washington +8.5 versus Ohio State. did not come into fruition. They played them tough. They gave them a good fight, but
I actually faded you on that one. I thought I was very confident in Ohio State.
that was a good call.
Yeah, I'm honestly going to bet Ohio State for
Here on out.
Here on out, yeah. All right, let's get to our NFL recap. Let's get through these fairly quickly. Saints versus Bills. Let's start with the positives. Again, starting with the positives. It was not a terrible performance. They're still fighting.
Still fighting. I mean, and you listen to the pundits, they all say the same thing. They're like, I mean, they kind of look good at times.
They're playing for something, but I don't know what they're playing for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Kendry Miller looked pretty decent. Mm-hmm. You know, it may be time to start dealing Kamara. We can maybe trade Kamara.
That's actually a good thought.
You know, maybe get some picks. Dude, we played well on the road against the best team in the nation. Mm-hmm. The Bills are easily the best team in the NFL right now.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You can make the case the Eagles, but I think the Bills are right now. They're playing the best ball. Dude, like our defense, Cam Jordan got a sack. Granderson got a sack. Like, I don't know. It's just this stems from the very low bar that I set for the Saints at the beginning of this season, but they don't look terrible.
Yeah, I mean, my thing was it was like the run game looked good and they were able to control the line of scrimmage, which is, I mean, that's kind of like good foundational stuff that you want to see.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about the another positive. The next 3 games. The next 3 games, obviously, we have the Giants next week, and then we have I gotta pull it up. I'm sorry. The Giants next week, Patriots, and so Giants at home, Patriots at home, and then at Chicago. Those are our next 3 games. I think we can take at least one of those 3, if not 2.
Ooh, okay.
Saints historically have played the Patriots tough, and it's going to be in the Superdome. I think we could beat the Giants at home as well. I know Jaxon Dart is it's like Cam Scatterbo, Jaxon Dart. Oh yay, they're doing their thing or whatever. We'll talk about the Giants Chargers game later, but I think we can win 1, if not 2 of the next 3 games.
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, and Vegas has actually backed you up on that because they started off as -1.5 for New Orleans against the Giants.
Against the Giants, yeah.
Yeah. So, no, you got an excellent point. I really think Rattler just needs to get the monkey off his back. If he gets a win, I think that could domino effect into some more wins.
I don't completely agree with you, but I hope you're right. Because I mean, he's not a good quarterback, but he is also 0-10.
But he still makes good plays and good throws at times.
And
like
that's
it's not consistently.
Frustrating. That's what's frustrating, is because he's not consistent. If he was like a little bit, a smidge, a fuzz more consistent in the first 2 games, we would have started 2-0. We would have 2 wins right now. It's tough. It's tough. Do you have other positives?
I actually, I guess for the second positive, I kind of just want to see where he is at and who he's maybe thrown more yards than. So he's thrown more yards than Bryce Young.
Dude, that's
Tua
Tagovailoa. Ew.
Kyler Murray.
Ew.
Jalen Hurts.
Ooh.
Brock
Purdy got hurt.
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's not great.
I mean, and then Cam Ward, like, who would you rather have, Cam Ward or Spencer Rattler? And Cam Ward's the number 1 pick.
Yeah, but he's also thrown less yards than Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson played 1 less game. So it's okay. All right, I see what you were trying to do there. That's fine. We're on
that was a positive.
We're in the positive.
That was
section.
A positive.
We're in the positive section. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Maybe. I think we're gonna win this weekend.
Okay.
All right.
That's a positive.
Now let's go to the negatives. Mickey Loomis won't trade Kamara.
He won't.
No, he won't trade Kamara because he's a fucking idiot.
Because he thinks that we still have a championship window this year.
Yes, he does. He does. I'm also re-mad. I'm re-mad about last year's draft. I initially, whenever we drafted Tyler Shough, I did not like it. I was very angry. I thought it was a terrible pick.
Yeah.
I later convinced myself that it was a good pick.
Yep.
And now I'm back to where I started.
It's a bad pick.
It's a bad pick. It was a terrible pick. We should have used our second round pick on a fucking defensive player or an offensive lineman. We should have been smart about it because we picked a quarterback with our second pick last year, and we're going to pick a quarterback with our first pick this year.
Well, I was going to say people are not going to like my assessment on it, but I don't think we should take a quarterback the first pick this year in the first round.
What if, say, John Mateer comes back and leads Oklahoma on a run in the college football playoffs?
And he's the number one pick?
No,
or he could be the number one pick?
No. He's maybe, let's say, a top 5 pick.
Okay.
You're telling me you wouldn't want to draft John Mateer?
Okay, now you're just picking on biases.
No.
I like the guy.
It's hypothetical situations. This is hypothetical.
I know. But still, if I'm doing for the betterment of the program, then I'm not drafting a quarterback.
The program
or the franchise.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just so. It might be the Spencer Rattler effect on me, but I'm kind of ready to I want to have a young QB that I'm excited about. You know.
Okay, I can see that. That's fine. That's completely understandable. There's nothing that gets you more hyped than a young QB with a promising future.
Yeah, if you are a fan of a team and your team selects a young QB in the top 5 of the NFL draft, you are excited.
Oh, you're absolutely ecstatic.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be top 5. It could be Jaxon Dart.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm just saying most of the time, people are just ecstatic when you draft that top 5 quarterback. It is unreal. All right, what's the negatives? Do you have any more negatives?
I guess the only negative I have is trick plays are for teams that play well.
Yes, correct. Trick
plays are for teams that play well and do everything very well because that's where you get the trickery aspect of it. I applaud Kellen Moore for trying to put some fight or feed into the fight of the team.
To ignite something. He's trying to create a spark.
He kind of reminds me a little bit of Dan Campbell, where. Remember when the Lions were just god awful, but they were always had that fight in them. It kind of reminded me of them, where he was calling trick plays, he was going for it on 4th down all the time. So that's a good mentality and good culture thing to instill. So I'm gonna spin it that way, but still, good teams are you got to play well in order to do trick plays and for them to work.
You have to earn your trick plays.
Yeah, because that trick play kind of cost us.
Yes. Oh yeah, that was it did. Not that we had any real shot in this game, but yes, if we did, that kind of blew it. Okay, good. I'm done talking about Saints and LSU. This was
bad weekend.
Bad weekend. Packers Cowboys. I'm gonna say it. No more ties. Figure it the fuck out, NFL.
So anticlimactic.
That was the worst. That was such a good game, and to end up in a tie, it kind of deflated everything.
Well, if you're going to give each team a chance, then you have to at the very least, extend overtime.
Yes, I agree. And honestly, this is probably because I'm biased because I'm a college football fan, but I think college football figured out OT.
OT is the best one in college football.
Oh, it's incredible. And honestly, I like the new rules that they put on it. After 2 OTs, you have to go for 2?
I don't care for them as much, but I get it.
I like it. I don't ever want another LSU versus Texas A&M.
7 overtimes?
7 overtimes. I don't want to be watching. I don't want my eyes bleed. All right, look. So that game, I remember very vividly. I was in Philadelphia. We went out. I used 3 different phones' batteries watching that game. I'm not joking. I finished my phone, and then I used my buddy's phone, but his phone was kind of on, it was like at 10%. I used my buddy's phone, and then I used my buddy's wife's phone to watch this game, only to end up at 1:30 in the morning sitting in this club with a L.
If LSU wins that game, you have a different perspective on that.
Correct. 100%. Yes, if LSU wins that game, it's the best thing ever. Yes, that's just me being a fan.
Yeah. True fan.
Yeah. No more ties. Both QBs had great games, dude. Jordan Love looked great. Dak Prescott looked really good.
Yep.
It pissed me off because I thought the Packers were going to come out and shut the Cowboys down. I thought it was going to be a nice little, unwelcome home for, God, I can't think of his name.
Micah
Parsons.
Jerry Jones won the game.
Jerry Jones did win.
He won the game.
No,
he honestly, he wanted to win it outright, which is why he still expressed some sort of frustration, but he won the game.
If any team could ever win a tie, the Cowboys did.
The Cowboys did it.
This was huge.
Because he needed 2 things to happen. He needed Michael Parsons to not really do much, which kind of didn't. But, and actually that was a little bit more of a testament to Dak Prescott because he got the ball out really, really, really quickly.
Yep.
The other thing is they scored 40 points. So if you're going to trade your supposedly best player, to another team and then score 40 points on them,
there you go.
That's a win.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. No. I mean, it was a win for Jerry Jones. You don't trade away Michael fucking Parsons. Great game though.
But you know, Jerry Jones basically had a gun to Brian Schottenheimer's head the entire practice and was like, "You game plan away from Michael Parsons. He does not get anything." Like that's all he cared about. Like they could have probably even lost the game if Michael Parsons didn't get a sack. He'd be like, and actually Michael Parsons got 1 sack, and it was basically of a trip from an escape,
right?
Where Dak Prescott still made it to the line of scrimmage, but they considered it a sack.
Jerry's like, hey, each sack Michael Parsons gets 1 lash for you, bruh.
Basically,
yeah. Great game though. Hate that it ended in a tie. I wish we would figure NFL would do something different.
Got to figure it out.
Yeah, no ties. Ravens versus Chiefs. What's up with the Ravens defense, bro?
Oh, it's not good.
It's not good.
There's some injuries involved into it, but it's not good.
Speaking of injuries, is Lamar okay? Because
he's out about 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks.
Yep.
Ooh,
that's tough.
Who's the backup?
Oh, Cooper Rush.
Oh, was it Cooper Rush? Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. The Ravens might go 1-4.
Yeah, he threw the ball out of bounds on 4th and 1.
Nice. All right, let's go to the next game. I'm just kidding. I need to tell Ravens fans something. Okay, since the NFL expanded to the 12th playoff team format in 1990. 35 teams have started 1-3 and have made it to the playoffs. Okay, that's good.
That's a positive note.
Yep. And since the Super Bowl era began in 1966, 6 NFL teams have started the season 1-3 and made it to the Super Bowl. Only 2 of those 6 teams actually won the Super Bowl.
Interesting.
Can you guess the 2 teams? And the only reason I'm asking you this is because you were alive for only these 2 teams.
For both of these teams,
yes.
I was alive.
You were alive for both of these teams that started 1-3 and ended up winning the Super Bowl.
And when you say alive, does that mean memory included or maybe
memory
not
included?
Ooh,
yes. And I think you can pretty easily guess one of them.
Ooh. I feel like the Chiefs have started slow before.
That is incorrect.
So the Chiefs have not started slow before. Have the Colts The Colts have started slow. I know the Colts have, and
what year was that?
That was 2006, wasn't it?
Correct.
Yes.
You got the first one. Wow, well done. That's not the one I thought you were gonna get. The next one I think is the one I thought you were gonna get.
Well, I'm
trying to
think of teams that start off slow but can get things back together. I feel like a Patriots would be like an obvious answer, but I don't think they start off slow. Is it the Patriots?
Close.
Okay. A team that starts off slow. I don't know. I might be fading on this one a little bit.
Think about teams that started the playoffs as like a 6th seed.
Giants.
There you go. What year?
Giants, and it would have to be... I mean, dude, you could probably see either one of those years because they were not very high seeds on the playoffs.
Well, there you go. You narrowed it down.
So, there's only 2 years.
Yeah. So, yeah. Let's see if you can get it.
I'm trying to think of the years that they actually did it. Was shoot, I can't even remember the years.
It was the 2011 New York Giants.
2011.
They had 2007 was the other year. Remember
they
beat
won.
they beat the undefeated Patriots.
That's right.
Right. So there you go. Then the other ones to make it were 1970 Dallas Cowboys, 1975 Dallas Cowboys, 1979 Los Angeles Rams, 1980s Philadelphia Eagles. All 4 of them lost in the Super Bowl. So, Baltimore, you have a chance.
You have a chance.
We're saying there's a chance. It's amazing what Chiefs can do with decent wide receivers.
Yeah, they kind of got it around a little bit, but I don't know. I'm also one of those that's like, don't get too excited because the Ravens' defense has been
bad,
pretty bad.
It's bad. All right, let's get to the Giants versus Chargers. It's dart time.
It's Jaxon Dart time.
Are we darting?
Yeah, we're definitely darting.
Let's darty. This was kind of a bittersweet thing because they won, but at what cost? You never want to see. I mean, when Malik Neighbors is one of my favorite players in the NFL right now, and it just sucks. It sucks to see a player go off for the season, but
it's like the Giants fans just can't have it all.
No, they can't. They really can't. And they honestly, they got Brian Daboll back. He's back. He is
enjoying football again.
Yeah, he loves Jaxon Dart. You saw that hug?
Yeah, I think there was a partial kiss in there too.
Yeah, I think so too. That was like oh my God, you just saved me my job. I owe you everything. I owe you a reservation at that restaurant that Eli wouldn't get for you.
Yeah, yep.
Giants defense is really good. They just need something to play for, and Russell Wilson is a tough person to play for.
It is. There's just not a lot of promise there. You thought maybe there was a spark with the Dallas game, but I don't know. Jaxon Dart it's a whole nother energy.
That's a spark. He's so cool, dude. I hate him because he went to Ole Miss, but he's really cool.
Yeah, what was it? He got drafted and he was shopping around like $10 million apartments, as like apartments in New York.
Yeah,
and it was one of those things. Like, I was like, man, that is cocky. But then I was like, also that's kind of like, I don't know, big brain, like that type of mindset that you need to have. You have to have that mindset in the NFL, like that. Hey, I am going to be great. Like this, my next paycheck is going to pay for this apartment.
Especially if you're going to survive in New York.
Yes,
that's a big thing. You got to become Broadway Joe.
You got to be Broadway Joe.
You got to be Broadway Joe in order to survive. In order to survive New York.
Yeah. So what would his name be? Because they always get names.
Action Jaxon.
Oh, is it Action Jaxon?
It's got to be Action Jaxon.
Okay, Action Jaxon.
I mean, it's typical, but I mean it's a celebrity style sounding name.
Yeah,
and it'll go well perfectly with New York because New York is nothing but action.
Yeah, well, there's going to be some nickname that comes out of this because we had Tommy Cutlets.
Yeah, Tommy Cutlets.
And he wasn't even a starter or a promising starter.
He wasn't even that good.
No.
I like Tommy DeVito, but he was not good.
No. I mean, he was a great watch. He was a great watch for the time being.
Yeah, it was fun. And it was a lot to do with his agent, but
Yeah.
But yeah, the last thing I have is I saw this and I had to quote it. It's from Jim Harbaugh. This is how you know you're a good fucking coach. Okay, Brian Kelly.
Take notes.
Take notes. He says, quote, "It stinks." Chargers coach Jim Harbaugh said after the loss, "Guys fought. Guys battled. We weren't able to, and I wasn't able to put us in a position to win the game." Do you see how easy that is?
I noticed the use of the word I.
It's not even a word. It's a letter. It's not even that hard. Guys battled. All right, look, guys fought. Guys battled. We weren't able to, comma, and I wasn't able to put us in a position to win the game. That's it. That's all you fucking need to do.
It's not that hard.
Oh, it's not that hard. All right, let's get to the last game. Vikings, Steelers. This was a Sunday morning game. I'm weird, dude. I'm weird. I like waking up at 8:30 Central Time, obviously. Mm-hmm. I like waking up at 8:30 and watching a football game.
I had a little trouble waking up at 6:30 Pacific Time to watch the game.
Okay. All right.
You know, if I've at a certain point, if I'm waking up the same time I go to work to watch a football game, you know, like that's tough.
Those 2 hours are very important.
Oh, they're very important.
Very important 2 hours there
because now as an adult, like when you sleep in, like you have that natural alarm that still wakes you up at like 7 or 8 o'clock. You don't really go past 8 o'clock anymore.
Correct.
So like. But anytime before that, we still need an alarm. It's not like you're going to naturally wake up like at 6:30 or 6 o'clock. Like you still need an alarm for that. So I would have to set an alarm. I would have had to set an alarm this past weekend to actually wake up for that game.
Okay, I didn't take into account the Pacific time. Okay, so all my fellow peoples on the West Coast, I feel for you. 6:30 is early.
It's kind of crazy.
See, I think 8:30 again, like you said, as an adult, you have a mental alarm that wakes you up like at 7. It won't let you sleep in past 7:30, which is perfect. You wake up, get a shower, grab some coffee, turn on the tube, watch the pregame, boom. Football.
Yeah, you're like, what am I going to do today? And then you turn on the TV and you're like, oh shit, there's football, and then you sit back down.
Because not gonna lie, when I wake up on Sundays when there's no football until noon, I just like it's kind of like, what am I gonna do for the next 2 hours?
See, that's what I'm saying.
I make all my picks. I set my fantasy lineups. I do everything, and I'm just like, for 2 hours, I just sit there. And I don't like doing that. I'm not a big sit there guy. I got to be focused on something.
You got to be doing something.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like college football. Granted, if I'm going to the game, I don't like the 11 o'clock kickoff.
Okay.
But if I'm watching everything from home, 11 o'clock kickoff is great.
Oh, 11 o'clock kickoff is awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as it's not my team. I'd like my team to play at night.
Oh yeah. You gotta play at night.
100%.
Well, because you gotta get lubricated. You gotta watch all the other football, get yourself warmed up into it, and then you're ready. You've got all the emotions flowing. You got the alcohol flowing. Like it's all there.
I agree. Let's get to the game. We just talked about how much we love Sunday morning. Mike Tomlin tried to lose this game, right?
Yeah, he did. He did.
He actively, he almost accomplished his goal. It was weird.
Well, because, he was punting the ball on 4th down and, like, very close.
It was 4th and 4 or something like that?
Yeah, on the opposing territory.
Correct.
Like, I think it was, like, their 34, 35-yard line.
It's a sad. No, I thought it was in the 40s. But, yeah, it was a sad punt. It was a bad punt.
It was just one of those. It was like you could end the game here.
Yes,
but
exactly.
But because you didn't get it on 4th down earlier in the game, it was like, I'm not doing it this time.
Yeah. Rodgers looked pretty crispy. 18 to 22, 200 yards and a touchdown. He also had that. They had a tush push where he just stood behind the line of scrimmage with his hands on his hips. I think his hands were on his hips. Yeah.
No, he was nowhere near of,
like a part of the play.
Yeah, well, nor going to push.
No, he didn't want to do anything. He's 41 years old. I don't blame him. And then the Steelers sacked Carson Wentz 6 times. I think that's more of a tribute to I mean, okay, the the Steelers defense is good, but I think the Vikings have an O-line problem.
Yeah, they do. It's just kind of sad because they've been working on that for years now, and it's still not fixed.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I
sucks.
do want to give credit to the Steelers, though. Their defensive line is really good. They have, Patrick Queen is a monster. And I'm not just saying that because I'm LSU biased, but he was all over the field.
Oh, yeah.
TJ Watt was all over the field. His interception was unbelievable. He tipped it to himself, caught it, ran.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah. No, hey, Vikings fans, if you're going to judge yourself on a game with your offensive lineman, this isn't the game to judge it off of.
Correct. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Let's see. Congratulations, Steelers. Monday night. I don't want to talk about either of these games because they were terrible. Both games were awful.
Yeah, they suck.
I just want to talk about how much of a psychopath Tyreek Hill is.
He is.
So did you see his
I think we've already known that, but
yeah, but it's
this
one
solidified
thing to know it. It's another thing to see it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you saw the injury to Tyreek Hill's leg,
Gruesome.
very bad, very bad. If you also fast forward like 30 seconds and watch him getting carted off the field, he's laughing through the pain.
Yeah,
It's his way of
Joker laughing.
Correct. Wow. Well done. We did not talk about this beforehand. That is exactly what I thought of when I saw him laughing as he was being carted off the field.
Yeah.
He's got that's Joker vibes.
That's Joker vibes all the way.
Yeah. So, I mean, and here's the thing. Kind of want that in your football player, but how he has so many baby mamas is beyond me. You ladies need to get it together. You got to be able to see when somebody's a fucking psychopath.
Well, they watch documentaries and are like addicted to documentaries.
That's true. You know what? Maybe they like that.
Yeah, they do.
Big brain, Joseph. Big brain. But anyways, Tyreek Hill's a psychopath. And honestly, spin zone for him, because he might not even be ready for 2026. I think he will be ready for 2026. Somebody with that type of mindset, he probably won't feel pain by that point.
He's just going to show up on the field.
Yeah, and he's going to be like, play me, motherfuckers.
He's not going to get doctor's approval.
No, he doesn't need it. But, yeah, that's all I have for Monday night. I don't know if you wanted to share your...
No, I was watching the Monday night games, and they were just bleh, you know?
Bleh.
I mean,
yeah, they were bad.
What, we watched, Jake Browning go misery all on the field. I take back my episode take from 2 weeks ago. That's Jake Browning's done. They need to trade for another quarterback.
When he came in for Joe Burrow against the Jags, everybody was, it was
nobody prepared for him.
No, exactly. So that was it. Let's see. Let's go over our picks from last week. I think we had a JMO special, didn't we? Let's see. My game of the week last week was Eagles at Bucks. I had the Bucks plus 3.5, and that did not hit.
Yeah, I had the Eagles minus 3.5, and that did hit
Yeah,
for game of the week.
Congratulations, dude. Anyways, I think this is where we hit underdog of the week. I had the Jaguars plus 3 over the 49ers, or the spread.
Underdog of the week.
Yep. What did you have?
I had the Jags over the 49ers. It was a JMO special.
JMO special? Okay, so what are we at?
So that hits. So that makes us 2-0 for JMO specials.
2-0 JMO specials.
Keep a tally on that all year.
Yeah, we got to keep a tally. My favorite of the week was not good. Packers at Cowboys. I had Packers minus 7.
Okay. Favorite of the week, I had probably even worse than you, minus 6.5 Chargers. They didn't even win.
Oh, okay. So I'll count that as a win. Count that as a win. All right.
Count what as a win?
Well, at least my team won.
Oh, wait, no. Packers. No, they all tied.
Well, okay, we tied. So, yeah, I'm still going to count that as a win.
It's not a win.
All right. I'm excited for this one. This is my favorite. My game of the week. Game of the week.
For next week?
Yes, for next week. Saints versus Giants. I got Saints minus 1.5. Let's go. Let's
go.
In New Orleans, baby. Let's go. Saints minus 1.5.
Game of the week versus a 1-3 and a 0-4 team.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I like it.
It's probably gonna. I think it's gonna be a good game. Both teams are fighting.
It's not
Both teams are fighting.
Not biased at all.
No.
I like it. All right, my game of the week is 49ers and Rams, and we don't have to wait too long for this one, but it's plus 6.5 for the 49ers.
Ooh, you're going plus 6.5. You think a depleted 49ers team is going to not lose by 7?
I like Shanahan's record against Sean McVay.
Fair enough.
So
You're
keep
big
it
brain.
Close. I don't think they maybe will win, but I think they keep it close.
You big brain this.
A little bit.
I'm a very simple guy. Very simple. Underdog of the week. I have this is crazy. Texans at Ravens. I have Ravens plus 1.5.
Ooh.
As of today, the Ravens are underdogs at home against the Texans. I don't care if they have Cooper Rush.
Interesting.
Ravens at home versus Texans.
I can't say that I like it, but I'm going to let you just go with it. All right. Underdog of the week for me is I've got Miami at the Panthers. Panthers plus 1.5.
Miami at Panthers. At the Panthers?
At the Panthers.
Panthers. I don't like that either, though, because Miami's fighting. They are playing.
They'll explode at some point.
You mean implode?
Implode.
I don't know.
Explode.
I get it. They beat the Jets. But the week before, Mike McDaniel coached his ass off. They were playing. I'm not completely out on the Dolphins, by the way.
Even with Tyreek Hill out for the season?
Yeah. Even with Tyreek Hill out for the season, Darren Waller is going to have like 17 touchdowns.
No, stop. Stop. I'm standing with Panthers plus 1.5.
Yeah, all right. Favorite of the week. My favorite of the week, I have Colts versus Raiders. I have Colts minus 6.5.
That one's a tough one for me. That was tough. I was kind of thinking of that as an underdog.
Think about it. If Adonai Mitchell doesn't fumble that shit in the end zone, I think they beat the Rams.
I think they do.
The Colts beat themselves that weekend.
I know, but still, I think it's not a reflection on the Colts as much as it's a reflection on the Raiders. I think they're hungry for a win. And
Geno Smith is terrible.
Yeah, but Ashton Genty's coming alive a little bit.
You need a good.
That could help out Geno Smith.
But if Geno Smith throws another 3 or 4 interception game, there's no way. He's so bad.
It's fine. It's fine. It's your pick, not my pick. It's your pick, not my pick.
All right. What's your favorite of the week?
Speaking of my pick, favorite of the week, I've got Dallas minus 2.5 over the Jets.
Okay. Where's it being played at? Is it in Dallas?
I think it's actually at the Jets, which is why it's such a low for what I'm,
Yeah.
I mean, the Jets do play pretty tough.
It's in New York.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? The Jets suck. The Jets are really bad, and Dakota Prescott played really well last weekend.
He did. But that's kind of also what scares me because he's not consistent always. So, does he have the same motivation as he did this week?
Well, hey, he put up those numbers against the Packers defense without CeeDee Lamb. Okay, so
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think so.
All right. So you're supporting me on my pick.
I am supporting you on your pick. I kind of like that. It's not a JMO special, but I am supporting you. MLB playoffs have started today.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Get some live updates.
Yeah, I already lost.
Oh,
fucking
damn.
Yankees.
Jeez, I'm Pete's.
Fucking Yankees, dude. So the Detroit-Cleveland game was really good. Tarek Skubal had he pitched 7 2/3 innings. I think he had 14 strikeouts, 1 earned run. He's the AL Cy Young. He's too good. He's too good. There's nobody else that can fucking beat him. The NL Cy Young, guess who I think the NL Cy Young is going to be?
Who is it?
Paul Skeens, baby. Paul Skeens. I fucking love MLB playoffs, man. MLB playoffs are the shit. Chicago Cubs won game 1. Boston obviously won. The Dodgers are playing right now. MLB playoffs are the best.
It's a good time.
What else you got?
So the Ryder Cup, we had quite of a heartbreaking loss for an extremely big comeback on Sunday.
Yeah, that was exciting. Fuck Europe.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. But yeah, no, I learned actually a little bit more about the Ryder Cup.
Oh, do tell.
I was not as familiar with the Ryder Cup as a lot of people. I'm still kind of getting more into golf. Like,
yeah.
I know the game. I know the most part of, like, the tours and
you know
stuff
how
like
to play and stuff.
I know the majors.
Put the ball in the hole.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the Ryder Cup was a little bit foreign to me. Didn't realize that it's actually played every other year.
See, that was new to me. I didn't know that. I thought it was played every year. I guess I'm just
that was, and it was started in 1927, which is significant because and it was started by, I forgot his name, but his last name was Ryder. But
Alfred Ryder.
I
don't know that for sure. I'm just making that up.
Oh wow, that was a lot of confidence.
Yeah, Alfred Ryder.
You would have had me. But next Ryder Cup is going to be in 2027, which will be the 100th anniversary. Anniversary. Mike Tyson just came on the mic.
It's been an hour and a half, so yeah. Give us a break.
So yeah, it'll be the 100-year celebration in Ireland. So that's actually going to be really awesome. That would be a bucket list item if I could. But that's
when we will.
Yeah. When we will. We just got 2 years.
Yeah, got 2 years. Dude, plenty of time.
But yeah, no, U.S. rallies on Sunday comes up short with the singles. It's a great format. I didn't realize the format of it too. So there's foursomes on Friday and Saturday mornings where there is alternating shots between the partners. Mm-hmm. There's a 4-ball where it's the best ball that's on Friday and Saturday afternoons. And then there's singles on Sunday. And there is a captain elected for both the U.S. and the Europe team who dictates who is starting for each of the pairings on what day and what order and stuff like that. But yeah.
It's electric.
I was going to say the same thing. It is so electric. Like, the energy, it's way different than what you see on a PGA Tour. Like, PGA Tour, most of the time, everybody, which makes sense, keeps a level head because they're trying to just make sure they don't ride the emotions and they actually keep themselves focused. This, it's like, man, every shot, they are jumping up and down. They're high-fiving their teammates. It is amazing.
I also like how it's Europe versus America.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Which that's actually developed in years because it used to be U.S. versus Great Britain. But then there was a lot of people from Ireland that was joining the Great Britain team, so they decided to do U.S. versus Great Britain and Ireland, and then they just collectively gathered themselves to where it was U.S. versus Europe.
Mm-hmm. Remind me, Joe, how many Super Bowls does Europe have?
They have 0.
0? Okay. How many Super Bowls does America have?
They have 54.
Nope.
3.
9.
2. 9.
I think it's 59.
Is it?
Yeah, 59-0.
Are we about to be on the 60th anniversary?
I think yeah, maybe. I think so. Yeah, Super Bowls. But anyways, my point is. Oh, speaking of which, Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny is going to headline,
and that is Super Bowl 60, baby.
Is that 60?
That is 60. So
I don't understand Roman numbers.
L is 50, X is 10.
Oh, that's
right.
And
then if it is to the right, that means you add it. So
it is 59.
L, X is 50 plus 10. So yeah, this will be Super Bowl 60. Anyways,
look at this. You're taking we're doing a math class right now.
Well, no, I took Latin. Bad Bunny, baby. I'm so fucking pumped about this.
You're pumped for it?
Oh yeah. Did you see him in the Happy Gilmore movie?
I did not. I heard his segment where his cameo was absolutely hysterical.
Well, no, he didn't just have a cameo. He actually played throughout
Like
the
a role.
movie.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
played a role. It was incredible. He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I encourage you to go watch that movie for Bad Bunny and Scotty Scheffler. Because
Okay.
Scotty Scheffler is actually kind of funny.
Nice.
Yeah. So, you got anything else, brother?
I think that's about it.
Alrighty. We will see y'all next week. Love y'all.
Later.